My boyfriend prefers the skinnier version of me. My boyfriend keeps comparing me to my skinnier self from a few years ago when I was working out constantly. He met me at 5 feet 4 inches 155 pounds and we started dating when I was at my absolute heaviest at 5 feet 4 inches 176 pounds. He commented that he noticed I gained weight, but since then I lost about 10 pounds. I am trying to get back at my weight. It's definitely been a challenge this quarantine, but I am proud that I lost something. He constantly brings this up multiple times a day, and I mentioned to him how much it hurts me and that I understand he prefers my skinnier self. His response is, well, this should motivate you to lose weight because you've been stagnant for 3 months now. He also responded by saying, how come I don't get to have the skinnier version of you? You don't want to look good for me? He doesn't seem to understand that this really bothers me to hear multiple times a day. He also says he is really attracted to me, but this all sounds very conflicting. Do I have the right to be upset about this? That's a very basic manipulation technique. I very rarely give this advice on this sub because it's given far too often. But you should leave him. Manipulative people never learn until they are faced with real consequences. They always think they can manipulate their way into a better situation. You should not only be upset he's so thoughtless, but you should not accept the manipulation, and you should get out of the relationship, get fit, get healthy, get sexy as fuck, and find a guy worth giving all that to. I had someone who criticized my weight and I told him, you don't have a six-pack or a hot ass, so shut up. And even if they did, they still wouldn't have the right to behave like this. Right to be upset about this, girl. Half the women in my country would leave a man for even mentioning their weight being a problem the very first time he did it. And this guy tells you this multiple times a day? Oh, this is so wrong what he's doing. Do what you want. But it seems like your weight is a deal breaker to him and he's emotionally abusing you to fit into what he wants. If he wants to date a skinnier girl, then maybe he should leave you. In your shoes I would break up with this man. He sounds like an asshole. Yeah, I am realizing that this has become an extremely toxic situation. Came out of a really abusive relationship, and prior to all this I had shared the kinds of abuse I faced, physical and emotional. He seemed to care and understand my triggers. Through reflecting a lot I realized that he doesn't really care, because whatever my triggers were he would do it again and again. We've had a couple of explosive fights and I admit I didn't act the best either. We decided to put all of that to rest, but for a while now he will bring up topics of my weight and my past. Update: I decided to end things with him, and during the call he mentioned that I let others treat me so horribly, beat me up and etc. And I gave them chances, so why can't I give him another chance and realize he's not an asshole? But I still stand by the fact that he is acting like an ass. Thank you everyone for taking the time to provide your input and validating my feelings. Thank you. 3. Why the fuck are you even dating him? If mine said this to me, we'd be done. He sounds like a fucking asshole. I 20th think I'm being hit on by my 30m brother-in-law. First and foremost, I'm sorry for any mistakes. I'm writing this on my phone and English is not my first language. So, to get to the problem, this brother-in-law, Bill, going forward, is actually not mine, but my boyfriend's, 23m, with whom I've been for 3 years. Everything was normal until we've had to move back in with my boyfriend's parents due to COVID couple of months ago. We currently live with them in a family house, the first floor being occupied by my boyfriend's parents, and us, and the second by his sister, 26F, and Bill with 2 kids, boys 2 and 4. Recently, Bill has started acting strangely towards me. First, it was just excessively complimenting me, but that escalated. He's been trying to touch me on every opportunity he gets. Brushing our hands together, leaning really close towards me, smelling my hair, touching my hips, and now he's trying to hug me whenever he manages to get us alone. First, I tried to dismiss it as him searching for comfort, as he confided in me that his relationship with his wife is not going well, because all her attention is on their kids 100% of the time. time and he feels neglected. There have been some other issues between them, which I'm not gonna get into. But his behavior is starting to scare me now. Yesterday, I was cooking and as per usual, I had my headphones in, when he sneaked up behind me and hugged me. And when I got startled and turned around, he kissed my forehead and started petting my hair. I was so surprised I couldn't even speak up. After he let go, he acted as if nothing ever happened and proceeded to do small talk with me. Before you come for me, for wanting it and not setting boundaries, I was beaten and almost read by a guy when I was 14 for rejecting him, so I have a very hard time saying straight up no to people. Also, my boyfriend doesn't know about this. He and Bill have a really great relationship, which I don't want to ruin. But I'm also so afraid that his wife will find out about what's been happening and turn this on me, as she doesn't really like me that much. Am I misinterpreting the situation? How can I deal with it without hurting anyone? Is it okay to tell my boyfriend? Thank you in advance for every advice you have for me. Edit, I will definitely talk to my boyfriend about this. He's gonna be home in few hours. I'm also supposed to babysit the boys tomorrow, so I'll update you guys about it once I have more to say. Thank you for your comments. I read through all of them and they have been really helpful and supportive. Edit 2, update is posted here. You need to tell your BF. It is his sister's husband and his side of the family and he needs to deal with this. At the same time he shouldn't go in swinging, he needs to stay on the same page as you and this needs to be resolved for you and him, working together. Second, if you can, be more assertive with the bill. Say no. Push him away. Tell him that you do not want this. Tell him that he needs to talk to his wife if he is having marital problems, not you. If you continue to allow this he will only escalate further. Lastly, if anything is ruined here it is not you that is ruining it. Please understand that the bill knows his actions are improper and it is him, the bill, that is ruining relationships and marriages. There may be fallout from this but you cannot allow him to one day effectively rape you just because you feel bad about consequences that may or may not actually occur. Ew, this guy sounds gross. Of course it's okay to tell your BF. No one stands to get hurt in this situation, only you. Unfortunately, they might get pissed, might gaslight, but what he is doing is foul. If it's not stuff he does in front of your BF, then he knows exactly what he is doing. Is there anyone who has witnessed this who can back you up? Whose house is it exactly? Because there are power dynamics here at play due to so many people being in the home. You need to bring this up to your BF even if it's just something as simple as, I'm uncomfortable being around Bill. He is clearly stepping beyond your personal boundaries. You need to confide in someone, probably your boyfriend. Bill needs to be addressed before he gets worse or more intense towards you, and you need to live in a home you feel secure and safe. I hope you can talk to someone and that things smooth out, but your fears and concerns seem very valid. It definitely sounds like your Bill is making moves, and I think your best plan of action is to tell your boyfriend ASAP. Just be honest with him and tell him what's been going on. Maybe he would be willing to talk to his Bill so you don't have to. ETA, if you don't tell your boyfriend or wait for things to escalate, it's possible that your boyfriend could not believe you and or think that you are reciprocating. I don't know your boyfriend and I don't know your relationship, it's just something that could happen if you wait. I was broke and now I've got a steady and higher income / wanna thank my girl for sticking around. A little background, I've been hella broke since I was allowed to go back to work because, frankly, unemployment pays better. Regardless, I met a beau today. I fucked up a girl about 3 months ago and we have hit it off in a crazy fantastic way. She even stood by me as I was broke and looked after me in some small ways like buying a 6-pack for the function or letting me have some allergy pills. You know, broke shit. I had to borrow $50 from the homie to prepare for our first date. I have steadily been putting effort into finding and maintaining supplemental income. I'm about to reap the benefits, My income has increased by about 50%, which is quite a damn increase. I want to give her a grand gesture. I want to make her heart melt. I don't think going out and spending shitloads of cash on a fancy dinner will do the trick. I want to touch her heart. Any and all suggestions would be appreciated. I want this relationship to continue for as long as possible, and I know that's a conscious effort. Daily work. TLDR. My girlfriend has continued to date my broke ass. I've managed to get another job and I want to really show her I appreciate her sticking around. Any suggestions? Thanks. Time. A whole day plan for her. Get an itinerary laminated and everything. Start the day with a relaxing massage, get massage oils and watch a few tutorials, and end the night with a home-cooked meal, at least 3 courses and each one her faves. Every activity should be on the itinerary and have a note ready about why you chose that activity for her. If you know what her love languages are, you might be able to do something that means more to her. Google it if you haven't come across it before, it's super useful stuff. My boyfriend commissioned a friend to paint a painting of one of our first dates as my Christmas present this year. I cried, so I can highly recommend it. Lamau, goddamn, that's tight. This is so sweet. I'm sure she stuck around because she likes you for you, not how much you make. What does she like? Does she have any hobbies that require equipment you can get her? Something tailored to her personality would be best. Honestly, even just telling her how much it's meant to you and how awesome she is would make her heart melt probably. Tacos.